increasing the value of gain k. Suppose from this one minus 1, right, see the value of gain is increasing. Right, the value of gain is increasing. So we are increasing the value of gain k. We can see there is a change in also in the location of poles. Right, you can see also the poles is also changing as we go on increasing the system gain k. Similarly, this is our breakaway point because breakaway point will be in between two poles. So now this will move in this direction. So you can see the gain is now increasing and also the pole location. So we can see at this j omega axis, the value of gain k is around 6. Okay, so let's say it is 6. I may not have clicked at the right point. So let's at this point the gain is 6. That means the location of poles are now at this point. So we can say at the value of gain k equal to 6, we are getting a marginally stable system because at that time our two poles are lying on the j omega axis. Right. The two poles are lying on the j omega axis at gain 2. So at this time it will be marginally stable. So if still we go on increasing the value of gain k, then we can see we have our poles a positive real part, or we can say our poles are in the right hand side of the S plane. Right? This is the right hand side and this is the left hand side. So we know if the pole lies on the right hand side, at that time the system will be unstable. So from this we can check, from root locus we can check the system will be stable or unstable for what value of gain k. So you can see if we increase the value of gain k beyond 6, then we are getting a positive real part in the pole. So that means that is in the right hand side of the S plane. So up to gain 6, our system will be stable, right? And at 6, system will be marginally stable, and above 6, our system will be unstable. So that is the main reason of this root locus. Stability analysis with respect to our system gain k. Clear? Similarly, if we go on increasing, the value of pole will also change. Okay. Gain is 219 and it is 2.04. The real part is 2.04. So we can say our system is unstable for this value of gain 219. If we give the gain value of our transfer function 219, at that time our system will be unstable. Similarly, if we choose the value of gain 1.71, at that time our system will be stable. This clear? Okay. So let's move to the construction of the root locus. So I am just repeating the rules again. I will not explain it. Okay. So first step is to locate the open loop poles and zeros, because the root locus will start from open loop poles and it will terminate on open loop 0 or in infinity. Okay, the root locus will start from open loop poles and it will terminate on either 0 or infinity, either on 0. Okay, so that is why first we have to identify or locate the open loop poles and 0 in the S plane. Similarly, the next step is to determine which point or which region will lie on the root locus or not. So we have to use this right side formula, that any point, if we choose any point, that point will lie in the root locus path if there is a odd number of pole and 0 towards the right side of that pole, right? So suppose we consider this path, then towards its right side there is only one pole, so that is a odd number of pole and 0. So this region will lie in the root locus. So here you also can see this region, this is the root locus. But in this case, right, see the dotted lines, towards this right we have two poles, right? That is an even number of poles. So that is why in this region no root locus will exist. That is why it is given as dotted. Similarly, this red one, so to any point in this red line, okay, any point, if you choose any point, at this point also, towards its right, there are 3 poles. It means the odd number of pole and 0 combination. So this line will exist in our root locus. So we can see here at this point, these two are breaking, right? These two are meeting and it is breaking. So this is called a breakaway point, at which the two root locus meets and break away. That point is known as breakaway point. So clear how to identify that whether that region will lie on the root locus or not. Even if you want, then you can use the angle condition. Right? We know the angle condition. The total angle contribution should be plus odd multiple of plus minus 180 degree. Right? So this will be the region of our root locus. So then the angle of asymptote. So the angle of asymptotes, it is calculated by this formula, the plus minus 180 to 2k plus 1 by n minus m, where n is the number of poles and m is the number of zeros. So here, Biswa asked the question, he has a doubt here. So here we can see, right, we have this plus 60, minus 180 and plus 80. But in this diagram, we are only doing this plus 60, minus 60 and 180. So if you want to draw the minus 180 degree, then you can draw, okay. You don't, it will be no problem. You can draw also another asymptote at this minus 180 degree. So avoid the confusion, you should just plot for the positive angle, okay, because 60, 180 and 300 to avoid the confusion. So what are the use of these asymptotes? Because the root locus will follow these asymptotes, okay. The root locus will follow these asymptotes. Right. This example is plotted here, right? We can see here. So edge our this centroid is minus 1, and we can draw a minus 1 degree line here, this side. So we can see there is also a root locus line, okay, root locus line. But beyond that, after this origin, there is no root locus. So if you want, you can draw, or if you don't want, then you don't even have to draw this branch, okay, this minus 180. After solving some example, it will be very much clear, okay, that how many asymptotes actually we require. So the angle of asymptote. So to just avoid your confusion, just calculate the asymptote for positive angle only, okay. Negative, positive for you, then you may get confused. So it will be better if you determine for this positive angle only. So next is the centroid of the, yes.
Sir, minus 60 भी तो अच्छी ना?
हाँ, minus 60 टा हमारा 300 डिग्री है ना? प्लस 300 अच्छी, तो minus 60 300 डिग्री हो बनेगी. So then this we have to draw these asymptotes from a point. Okay, so that point is known as the centroid of the asymptotes. So it is calculated as centroid of asymptote is the summation of poles minus summation of zeros divided by this n minus m. Okay, n is number of poles and m is number of zeros. So here we can see the summation of poles. The value of poles are 0, minus 1 and minus 2, and there is no 0. So it is left with 0 divided by the number of this poles is 3 and there is no 0. So we are getting the centroid to be minus 1. So we can draw this 60, 180 and this 300. Okay. From this centroid point minus 1. So next is the breakaway point, right? So breakaway point, it exists between two poles, two consecutive poles. Okay. So how can we calculate the breakaway point? And similarly, breaking point, it will be between two zeros. So how can we calculate the breakaway or breaking point? So we have to determine this breakaway point by using this formula dk by ds is equal to 0. So we discussed this. Okay. So for this equation, you have to determine this characteristic equation with respect to k. So k is here minus s into s plus 1 into s plus 2. Then we have to do this dk by ds. So then we will get this one, this dk by ds equal to 0 in order to determine the breakaway point. So minus 3s square minus 6s minus 2 equal to 0. So we are getting 2 point. Minus 0.4226 and minus 1.5774. So remember, so the breakaway point will exist if there is a root locus branch. Okay, if the root locus branch not thibo, then city breakaway point haba. Similarly, in this example, you can see here at this point, that this minus, I have to locate my mouse at the exact point. So at this point, it is breaking, right? From this point, it is breaking. These two root locus breaking. So that is our breakaway point. So minus 0.42 is our breakaway point because it exists in the root locus branch. Another one is minus 1.5. At minus 1.5, there is no root locus branch. So it will not be our breakaway or breaking point. There will be no breaking point because we don't have two consecutive zeros. Okay. So I hope you have gone through this, and I'm going to explain this one. We have discussed these things. Okay. So now we can see here in this diagram also, we can see these root locus branches are crossing our imaginary axis, right? So we have to calculate or find that point at which point it is crossing our imaginary axis. So this point where it is crossing the imaginary axis, it can be found by the Routh stability criteria. Right. So from which condition we can get this point? Anyone? From this Routh table, how we can determine this point?
Row of zeros.
Row zeros, right? If sabu row zero he jibo, then that will be marginally stable. Marginally stable le kon hoye amaro roots guda imaginary axis re lie kare. Clear? So we have to make this a marginal stable system, and then we can determine at which point these roots will be on the z omega axis. So to use the Routh table, we have to first determine this characteristics equation from the transfer function. So it is s cube plus 3s square plus 2s plus k equal to 0. So then we have to form this Routh array, right? S cube. So this is 1 and this is 2, right? 1 and 2. Similarly, 3 and k. 3 and k. So it will be 3 into 2, 6 minus 1 into k. This k divided by 3. So there is 0. At this point, all are 0, so we don't have to calculate for it. Okay, so it will be 0. So there is a 0, so we can directly shift down the value of k here. So we have to make this row equal to 0, right? All this row to 0. If we make this row to 0, then the value of k will be 0. And we know at the value of k, when the value of k is 0, our poles are at this point, right? At this point. But we have to determine that at what value of k we will get this roots on the j omega axis. So this will be the 6 minus k divided by 3. It should be 0, right? It should be 0, so that this row will become 0. All the elements of this row becomes 0. So, so for the value of k equal to এইটা তল কেটা তো যদি এই k এর ভ্যালু যেটা 0 হচ্ছে তাহলে কোন হচ্ছে দেখো এটিরে আমার 0 আছে কারণ আমি 0 রে স্টার্ট করেছি তো সেই টাইম রে আমরা পোল গুড়া এইটি লাই করছি -1 রে এন্ড -2 রে যেটা আমার গেন 0 আছে রাইট কেটা গেন কিন্তু আমাকে বাহার করে আছে কো ভ্যালু অফ গেন রে আমরা এইটি ইমাজিনারি এক্সিস রে আমরা লাই করিব সো ইউ ক্যান সি এটা রুট 6 বাহারুছি যদি গেন 0 करदा ताहेले हमर पोल गुडा कोन होची रियल एक्सिस रे लाई करूची ओके सेति पे हम ताकू कंसीडर करिवानी देन ता ऊपरटा कंसीडर करिया ऊपर लाइन टा so for some value of gain k we will get this will be a marginally stable system so for k equal to 6 we are getting a marginally stable system right here so then we have to determine the values from this auxiliary equation right if this becomes 0 and this becomes 0 then how do we solve the equation by taking the auxiliary equation so this will be 3a square plus k right 3a square plus k and we have determined that our value of gain k is 6 for marginally stable so 3a square plus 6 equal to 0 so from this equation we can determine the value of s equal to this plus minus j root over of 2 so at this point it will cross our imaginary axis so you can see the value of pole okay root over of 2 at this point is root over of 2 and at another point right it is plus root over of 2 this plus minus 2i root over of 2i and similarly here it is minus root over of 2i so you can see now at this point for the value of gain 6 we are getting our system to be marginally stable so we can determine this value of this point s equal to plus minus j root 2 by using this Raoult table and we have to make this element 0 and we can determine the value of gain k and from the auxiliary equation we will get the value of s or we can say the roots just go through this okay there is an alternative approach but I will prefer I will suggest that you should use the Raoult table okay so the complete diagram is this one so we have these 3 poles at s equal to 0 at minus 1 and at minus 2 and we have determined our breakaway point to be this minus minus 0.422 and we can see right these two branches are getting here so you can see these are the asymptotes right these are the asymptotes so this root locus will follow these asymptotes okay this root locus branch will follow these asymptotes that is the main purpose of these asymptotes in the root locus this root locus will follow the asymptote so one branch from this pole 0 it is following this asymptote and another branch is following this asymptote okay so it will follow up to infinity and we have another asymptote at this 180 degree so another root locus branch is originating from this minus 2 and it will go with this 180 degree line so let's just redo here so first we have to identify our this pole and 0 so we have 3 poles at 0 at minus 1 and at minus 2 so one pole at origin at another is minus 1 and another at is minus 2 clear so then the next step is we have to find the centroid right because from the centroid our asymptote will start so we have calculated the centroid to be minus 1 right so from this point we will draw the asymptote so we have asymptote is one is this 60 degree another is this 180 degree another is this 300 degree okay. so as you know the root locus will originate from the open loop poles so these are the open loop poles 0 minus 1 and minus 2 so one branch of root locus will start from this line from minus 1 and another root locus will start from this 0 okay so at some point they will meet and at some point they will meet. So this meeting point is known as breakaway point, right? So after meeting, they will break away like this. So as this root locus branch will follow these asymptotes, then it will intersect this j omega axis, right? It will intersect the j omega axis. So we have to determine what is the point, at which point it will intersect the j omega axis. So this can be calculated by this route table, right? We have to make our system marginal stable by making all the elements of the row 0. Right here 0. So for the value of gain k6, we are getting our system to be marginally stable. And if all the elements become 0, then we have to solve by taking the auxiliary equation. So this auxiliary equation is 3a square plus k, right? 3a square plus k. And for the value of gain k6, we are getting marginally stable system. So we are putting the value of gain k to be 6. And then by solving, we will get the value of s to be this plus minus j root 2. So this point is, this is plus j root 2. And this point, the intersection point is minus j root. Clear? So we have only this two branch, but there is another branch. We are getting this root locus branch, right? So that root locus will start from this pole minus 2, and this minus 2 will follow this 180 degree asymptote. It will follow this 180 degree asymptotes. So this another root locus branch will start from this minus 2. So it will follow this 180 degree asymptote. Clear? Get out a check in a simple root locus drawing ray.
सर -1 ने रूट लोकस ओरिजिन करिवो
हाँ कल्ला ना
सर कोटा
तो ओके तो उड़ा बहुत मिस में से गला तो these are the asymptotes. Okay, so okay, so if we take any point between this 0 and -1, it will be on the root locus branch, right? So from every pole there will be a root locus branch. Okay, so -1 ରୁ ଏପଟେ ଆସିବ ଗୋଟେ branch ଟା, 0 ରୁ ଏପଟେ ଯିବ. Okay, -1 ରୁ ଏପଟେ ଆସିଛି, 0 ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଏପଟେ ଆସୁଛି, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ସେମାନେ ମିଶିବେ, ତ ସେଇ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ହବ ଆମର ବ୍ରେକ୍ ଆୱେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ. ସେଠୁ ବ୍ରେକ୍ କରିକି ସେମାନେ ଇମାଜିନାରୀ ଆକ୍ସିସ୍ କୁ କଟ୍ କରିବେ. ତ -1 ରୁ ଏପଟେ କାଇଁ ଯାଇ ପାରିବନି ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ ଟା? ଏନି ଗେସ୍ ଏଇ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନରେ କାଇଁ ଯିବନି -1 ରୁ?
So even number of poles and zero.
Yes, even number pole ଅଛି ହେଲା ଏପଟେ. ଏଇ ରିଜନଟାର ରାଇଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ ଇଭେନ୍ ନମ୍ବର ପୋଲ୍ ଅଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଏପଟେ ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ ଯିବନି ହେଲା. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ଏପଟେ ଆସିବ, ଏଇ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନରେ ଗୋଟେ ଆସିବ, ଆଉ 0 ରୁ ଏପଟେ ଆସିବ. ତ ସିମିଲାରଲି -2 ରୁ ଯୋଉଟା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ସେ ବି ଏପଟେ ଆସିବାର ଥାନ୍ତା, ସେପଟେ କାହିଁ ଯିବନି? ବିକଜ ଏଟା ଏଇ ପାଥଟା ଆମର ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ରେ ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟ ହିଁ କରୁନି, ରାଇଟ୍? ଏଇ ଯୋଉ -1 ରୁ -2 ଏଇ ପାଥରେ ଆମର ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟ ହିଁ କରୁନି, ତ ସେ -2 ରୁ ଏପଟେ ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ ଆସିବ. ବଟ୍ ଏଇ ପଏଣ୍ଟଟା ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ ବ୍ରାଞ୍ଚରେ ଅଛି, ସୋ ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ଟା ଏଇ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନରେ ଯିବ -2 ରୁ. ଓକେ, କ୍ଲିୟର?
यस
सर सेपटे जदि -3 थांदा
-3 थांदा एठी,
यस सर
ତାହେଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ୱେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ବାହାରି ଥାନ୍ତା ଏଇଠି, କାହିଁକିନା ଏପଟୁ ଯିବ, ଏଠି ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ହେଲା, ତ ସବୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହବ. ତ ଏଇ ରିଜନଟା କ'ଣ ରୁଟ୍ ଲକସ୍ରେ ଲାଇକ୍ କରୁଛି, ଏଇ ରିଜନଟା. ତ -3 ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଏପଟେ ବ୍ରାଞ୍ଚ ଆସିଥାନ୍ତା, ଆଉ -2 ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଏପଟେ ଯାଇଥାନ୍ତା, ଆଉ ସେମାନେ ମିଟ୍ କରିଥାନ୍ତେ ଏଇଠି, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ୱେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ୱେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ପାଇଥାନ୍ତା ଏଇଠି ହେଲା. ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ସେଭଳିଆ ଅଛି, ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ପଲ ଅଛି ହେଲା. ଆଉ କିଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ ଅଛି ଏଥିରେ ମାନେ ଏଇ ସିମ୍ପଲରେ? ତାହେଲେ ଟିକେ ଆମେ ଭିତରକୁ ଯିବା. ଓକେ, ତାହେଲେ କିଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ ନାହିଁ. So determine the value of K such that the damping ratio of a pair of dominant complex conjugate closely poles is 0.5. So এটা হই পারিব কিছু নাই হলা 0.5 তাহলে theta equal to cos theta. So theta will be cos inverse this zeta. So we will get the value of theta to be is 60 degree. So for তাহলে আমি কেমতি ক্যালকুলেট করিবা এই পয়েন্ট রু আমি 60 ডিগ্রি ড্র কলে এই পয়েন্ট রে আসিব हमरो zeta ভ্যালু হবো 0.5. देखिए इक्वेशन see the damping is changing, right? Damping is, so at this point the value of zeta is 0.5 and the location of pole is minus 0.335 minus 0.573i, and at that time our system gain K is 1. So this can be done by this method. Okay, we have to find that zeta equal to cos theta, so theta will be 60 degrees. So we have to draw a 60 degree line from this one, from this side. Okay, from this side we are 60 degree, and at this point we can find the value of this damping ratio. So you can use also this one, the value of gain K you can calculate by this magnitude condition, right? The K value we have already discussed. So there will be so many numericals, so let's just keep it and let's focus on root locus only. Good example is okay, so let's see this one. Okay, so we have this open loop system K into S plus 3 divided by S plus 1, S plus 2 and S plus 4. So what is the first step? We have to identify the pole 0 location. So let's draw the S plane. Okay, so we have 1, 0 at minus 3 and 3 poles. Okay, so we have to first draw the pole 0. So this is, let's say, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, sorry, it's minus 4. Okay, minus 1, so we have a 0 at minus 3, right? So at minus 3 there will be a 0. This is minus 3. So we know the root locus branch will start from open loop poles and it will terminate on 0. It will terminate on 0. So first then the first step is to we have to determine the asymptotes, and for that centroid. Okay, so first the centroid, the formula for centroid is summation of pole minus summation of zeros, summation of pole minus summation of zeros divided by number of pole minus 0, right? So sigma, the centroid is summation of pole minus summation of 0 divided by the number of pole minus number of 0. So in this case the poles are minus 2, minus 1 and minus 4. So it is minus 7, then minus, so minus plus 3 divided by the number of poles are 3 minus number of zeros is 1. So we are getting a minus 4 divided by 2. So this is minus 2. So at minus 2 we have our centroid. Okay. So at minus 2 we have our centroid. Then the next step is to calculate the angle of asymptote. Sigma, so you can say this psi is equal to this 180 into this 2k plus 1 divided by this p minus z. So p minus z is 2, right? The p minus z is 2. So if we put k equal to 0, then it will be this 180 divided by 2. So we will get 90 degree. Similarly, if we put the value of k equal to 1, then it will be 3 into 180 divided by 2. So it will be 270. The second angle will be 270. Clear? I think you are able to follow me, okay, the calculation. For k equal to 0, we are getting the angle to be 90 degree. And for k equal to 1, we are getting 270. So similarly, for k equal to 2, 3, we can do. Okay, so from this point, we have to draw the angle of asymptote. One is 90, another is 270. So this is 90, this will be 90, and this will be 270, right? So from the center, we have to draw the angle of asymptote. The next angle will be this one, 360 plus this one, it will be 540. Okay, next angle will be, so we will get only 2 asymptotes. So next step, asymptote. So then we have to do in which line our root locus will follow or it will go. Okay. So we know the root locus will start from open loop poles. So you can see in this region, okay, this region will not lie on the root locus because there is no pole or 0. But this region, right, this region will lie on the root locus because beyond this point there is a odd number of poles. So this region will lie on the root locus. It means one branch will originate from this -2 and another branch will originate from -1. Right, this will move in this direction because this region is exist in this region our root locus exists. So this will move in this direction. Okay, it will not go towards this direction because in this direction there is no root locus branch. So you can see they will meet at some point, right? These branches will meet at some point. So we have to determine at which point they meet, or you can say the breakaway point. And how the breakaway point is calculated? By putting dk by ds equal to 0. If we have to see at which point they will break away. So it will be dk by ds equal to 0. We have to then solve for the value of s. So we will get one. So I don't think it is the solution here. So the breakaway point we are getting is this -1.55. Okay. So at -1.55, our root locus branches will break away. So this is -1.55. So now this root locus branches at where they will break away, they will follow these asymptotes, right? They will follow these asymptotes. So we may get a straight line like this one. Okay, we may get a straight line like this one. But also, you can check also that at which point it will intersect the j omega axis by the Routh table. Okay, we have to also check it. So I will do that later. So then another pole is there. So from this pole, we have to check whether the root locus will go in this direction or in this direction. Okay. So similarly, the this or right side pole 0 formula, only this region, right? Only this region will lie on the root locus. So we know the root locus will start from a open loop pole and it will terminate on open loop 0. The root locus will start and end here only for this branch. Okay, but this branch it will go to infinity. Let me check the examples. Just a minute. So let's see this example in root locus. This is a little bit complicated one. Okay, so I'll do this later. Well, let's first solve some easy one. Complex. And that I think. Okay, so let's see here for this transfer function. Okay, so we have a unity feedback open loop transfer function. So it is given as is k by s into s plus 2 into s square plus 6x plus 25. So we have to draw the root locus. Okay, so first step is we have to identify the poles. Okay, identify the poles and 0. So we can see there is no 0, and we can see we have 5 poles, right? This is 2 poles, sorry, 4 poles. Okay, so we have 4 poles. The poles are at s equal to 0, at s equal to -2, and this complex conjugate poles we are getting from this s square plus 6s plus 25. So we have 4 poles. So then we have to check that which segment will lie on the root locus. So we can easily say this 0 and -2, in between this 0 and -2, there will be a root locus. The segment on the real axis between s equal to 0 and s equal to -2 is the part of the root locus. So similarly, next step is to calculate the center of the asymptote. So summation of pole minus the summation of 0 divided by number of pole minus number of 0. So these are the poles, right? The value of poles, and we have no 0, and the number of poles are 4, and it is 0. So we are getting -2 as our centroid. The next, the angle of asymptotes, this 2k plus 1 divided by p minus z into 1, 8. So for k equal to 1, we are getting 45 degree, and for k equal to 0, we are getting 45 degree, and for k equal to 1, 135, and k equal to 2, 225, and k equal to 3, 315. So then next step is to determine the breakaway point. As we don't have zeros, so we don't have to determine the break-in point. We only have to determine the breakaway point. The breakaway point is calculated by this formula. This dk by ds is equal to 0. So for that, we can find the value of k from this characteristics equation. So 1 plus this k by s into s plus 2 into s square plus 6s plus 25 equal to 0. So we are getting the value of k to be this one, minus x to the power 4 plus 8s cube plus 37s square plus 50s. So by putting dk by ds, you can use your calculator to solve this third order equation. So we are getting the value of s to be minus 0.8981. Okay, minus 0.8981. So this will lie on our root locus branch. So this will be the breakaway point. The next step is to determine the point where the root locus will cross the j omega axis by Raoult-Horwitz method. So this characteristic equation is s to the power 4 plus 8s cube plus 37s square plus 50s plus k equal to 0. So here this line, or we can say this will be made 0, and we already have a 0 here, so we have to make this 0. Okay, so we can find this value of k to be 192.18, for which this term is becoming 0. So then from this auxiliary equation we have to solve it. So 30.75 a square plus k equal to 0, and the value of k is 192.18. So we'll get the value of s to be plus minus j 2.5. So I will discuss this later. Okay, the angle of departure. So for this, let's just see what will be the root locus first. Okay, this one. So first we have to draw the S-plane and then identify the poles and zeros. So we have pole at origin, another pole at this -2, and we have two complex conjugate pair of pole. Okay. So first, from between this 0 and -2, we can clearly see there will be a root locus branch. Okay. So as this consecutive this between these two poles, there will be a breakaway point. So this breakaway point is determined as this -0.898. So one pole at origin, another at -2, and there are two more at this complex conjugate poles. Okay, so let's say one is here and another is here. So from every pole, the root locus branch will start. Okay, so let's first focus on the real axis. And our centroid is, we got our centroid to be at this -2. This is our centroid at -2. And the angle of asymptotes are this 45, at 45, 135, 225, and 315, I think. 45, 135, 225, and 315. So we have to draw this asymptotes from the centroid. Okay. The next step is we have to draw the root locus. So one branch will start from this 0, and another branch will start from this -2. One branch will start from this -2 because this region will lie on the root locus. So at some point they will meet and they will break. Okay. The breakaway point is we calculated as -0.89. So at this point they will break and they will cross the j omega axis. So we also determine at which point they will cross the j omega axis by the Routh-Horich method. At s equal to this plus minus j2.5, it will cross the j omega axis. So this point is plus j2.5 and this point is minus j2.5. Okay, so our root locus are moving in this direction towards infinity. So this part is clear, right? This part is clear. The next part is to see that from these two poles, right? From these two poles, there will be also root locus branches. So how they will originate or in which direction? Okay, it may start like this, or it may start like this, or it may go down like this straight. So we have to find that. Okay, so for that we have to determine the right, because the root locus will depart from the complex pole. That is what is known as angle of departure. So if there is a complex pole, then there will be angle of departure, and if there is complex zero, then it will be angle of arrival. Clear? Any calculation there? So the angle of departure from the complex pole, it is calculated by this formula. Phi d is equal to this 180 degree minus the angle contribution by the poles, other poles. Okay. So our 4टा पोल अच्छी, जब मैं गोटे पोल पे बाहर करिबा, then we have to consider the angle contribution by different poles. Similarly, if 0 thibo, then it will be plus angle contribution by zeros. Okay, and it is zeros nahi, so it will be only 180 degree minus the angle contribution by poles. So angle contribution means from this a point को a pole को हमारा को angle अच्छी सेटा हमको देखिए पड़े. We have to draw angle from all other poles. Okay, so let's draw the poles angles. Okay, so from this 0 and then this -2 and from this another pole. Okay, so we have to measure this angle and this angle. This angle is 90 degree, but we have to measure this angle. Okay, so you can use your protractor to measure this angle if you want to if you don't want to consume more time, or you can calculate by this right angle triangle. Right, for this right angle triangle you can determine this angle. Right, you can determine this angle, and then by subtracting it 180 we will get this angle. So we have to determine the angle contribution from each pole. So it is 127 degree, it is 104 degree we are getting, and this is 90 degree. Okay, so from the three other poles we have to calculate the angle contribution. So the angle of departure will be this one, minus 140 degree from the upper complex pole. Right, the angle of departure is minus 141 degree. Similarly, तले हम बाहर करिवा में, then that will be also the तार सेटा केते हबो this plus 141 degree. तले यदि हम करिया तार सेटा कोन हबो plus 141 degree.
Sir, so, angle of departure टा दिया होता.
आउथरे ड्रॉ करिवने से प्रॉब्लम हे जाउ छला. So ये डायग्राम क्लियरली देखा हो समस्त को.
Yes sir.
तो एंगल ऑफ डिपार्चर हमर आसीओ यदि हमरा कॉम्प्लेक्स पोल अछि हैला, काहे कि ना हम जानि परिबनी जे रूट लोकसटा को पटे जीवो. एटा हमर कॉम्प्लेक्स पोलटा रूट लोकसटा एपटे भी जाई पारे, एपटे भी जाई पारे, एपटे भी जाई पारे हैला. डोंट नो द root locus. So this angle, so for that we have to determine the angle of departure, that at which angle it will start. Okay, so for that, suppose for this pole, this complex pole, we are determining the angle of departure. So then the formula is 180 degree minus the angle contribution by all other poles. So we have three poles except this one, right? Because for this point we are determining the angle of departure. So all other three poles, that is this at 0, this -2, and this one another complex one, right? So we have to draw lines to this point from all other poles, from 0 to this one, and from this minus to this one, and this another complex pole. So clearly this is 90 degree, right? Clearly this is 90 degree. So we have to measure these angles, these two angles. So you can, if you want, you can use your protractor to see this angle. Okay, or you can use this right angle triangle. So we are calculating for this one. Okay, this angle. Then we have to use this right angle triangle to determine this angle. Okay, by the formula, the tan formula. So if we determine this angle, then we can subtract it with 180 degree, and we will get this angle. Similarly, for this angle, we have to use this right angle triangle. Right, this right angle triangle. So we can calculate this angle, and we can subtract it with 180 degree, and we will get this angle. Clear? Is it clear? Let's see doubt.
Yes sir, clear.
So follow the 90 degree data. You can clearly see, right? So we have three angles: 90, 104, and 127. So the angle of departure, it is given by this one, 180 degree minus this 104, 90, and 127. So we are getting this minus 141 degree. So this is the angle of departure from the upper complex pole. राइट हम ए पोल पे बाहर करथिले अपर कॉम्प्लेक्स पोल पे so the angle of departure is minus 141 degree so we have to draw this minus 141 degree with respect to this line okay with respect to this line you have to draw this minus 141 degree so this is our minus 141 degree clear so now at this angle our root locus will originate and it will go to infinity so why it is going in this direction and not in this direction it may go in this direction also any guess why it is going in this direction तो किसी को भूलो किस तो वो because we know our root locus will always follow the asymptotes right so we have 4 asymptotes here so this root locus branch will follow this asymptotes towards infinity similarly the tole ame bahar kariba then it will be this plus 141 right so as we have this asymptotes in this direction so this root locus branch will follow this asymptotes towards infinity clear and then these two root locus branches will follow these two asymptotes clear एथिरे नेक्स्ट डाउट अछि
सर से तो असिम्पटोट को कट कर देला
हां किछि सुधा नै कट सेटा को सही लाइन रे फॉलो करिवो तो एसिम्पटोट कोन एपटे जीवो एम सीधा ताकू से एमती फॉलो करियो कट वे सेटा किछि लाइन नै
ओके
ताकू एमती फॉलो करियो आउ कहार कोन डाउट अछि को रूट लोकस हम करिया बहुत गुडा एग्जांपल करियो हला बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड जिंसटा रूट लोकस नो डाउट समझते बुझी गला रूट लोकस नेक्स्ट क्लास देखिए यदि हमर जीरो थिबो ओके कॉम्प्लेक्स जीरो थिले कोन होबो और बीटा जीरो थिले ब्रेकिंग पॉइंट केमती बाहर करिवा तो देखिबा हला झियो माने से डाउट नहीं बोधे ना झियो माने किछि पचार नांदी झियो पिला सब बुझे जंदी राहुल बुझेला
आज्ञा सर टिके सर पड़ला
हां
सर गोटे माने फर्स्ट ऑर्डर सर गोटे ये डाउट थिला सर गोटे अच्छे सर माने फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रो पैडेज अप्रोक्सीमेशन ऑफ फर्स्ट ऑर्डर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन सेटा अच्छे कि माने माने यूज करियो कि माने जो थ्री मॉडल पैरामीटर है सर विथ टाइम डिले
सुना गलानी कथा ठीक से
सर माने मु देखुतले सर गोटे नॉर्मल रो बुक रे सर सेटा गोटे देइतला सर थ्री मॉडल पैरामीटर ऑफ ए फर्स्ट ऑर्डर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन विथ टाइम डिले
थ्री
मॉडल पैरामीटर मतलब थ्री पैरामीटर मॉडल सर
अच्छा
तो सर सेटर ये सर तो सर सेटा न्यूमरेटर को सर से गोटे पैडेज अप्रोक्सीमेशन करके कोटे सर सॉल्व कर देला सर से ये रे तो सेटा टिके माने जदी बुझे परिबा टिके
मते टिक पठेबो सेटा तो
ये सर पठे सर ये सर
देखिए ले कौन सेटा करी छी बहुत गुडा एग्जांपल करिबा हमें रूट लोकस हेला तो समस्त जो डाउट क्लियर नि रूट लोकस से जे क्लास चलथिबो समस्त को पचारी मु सब क्लास के कोन बुझिछ कोन नै ये प्रतीति पढ़ी बुझेला ना सुनुनी प्रतीति सही गला होते प्रतीति
आज्ञा सर
हां बुझेला बुझी होची ना बुझी होनी रूट
यस
लोकस
सर आज्ञा सर
पायल स्मिता ओके ठीक अच्छे ला किसी से नहीं जहाँ डाउट हो पचारिबो
सर एथर को क्रेडिट ट्रांसफर अच्छी सर एथर को एनपीटीएल रो क्रेडिट ट्रांसफर अच्छी माने करी हबो
ये सब्जेक्ट क्रेडिट ट्रांसफर हाँ करी हबो तापय तमे जो यांको लिखिबो प्रिंसिपल पाक जाई केते कोन बहुत जिंस करिया पड़ियो क्रेडिट ट्रांसफर पय तांको जो एप्लीकेशन दबो एनपीटीएल कोर्स करूची बोली
ओके सर
okay then see you tomorrow
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर
थैंक यू सर
क्या समझ थैंक यू करबे मैं माइक ऑन करू जे किंतु डाउट बाहर तो मन कर तो सीआर अछि ना पड़ेला